your number one responsibility should be the board. I
Yeah,
understand that, but so I'm thankful that you
Yeah.
changed your mind. Very much appreciated.
of course. How was yeah,
Oh, Punta Cana?
Kuchikana, yeah.
Yeah.
How was it?
Oh my God, I had the best time ever.
Where
Yeah.
is that?
It's in the Dominican.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a good time wherever I go. For ourselves, Rockland. Yeah.
I was gonna say, you could have, I bet you could probably, you could probably have fun in the North Pole.
No, I'm not an outside girl. I'm a sun girl.
Okay.
I should use this.
seen recent sector service laws, have you?
Always.
They not usually call.
They
Not
look
big
different,
color.
yeah, they don't all,
This is pretty colorful.
yeah, they don't always look like that, that's why I like.
Yeah. You should be very good.
I'll put it in the one.
And put a paper
Thank
with
you.
with the pool, it's okay.
Yeah, the box, thank you.
Who is Bob Gavin?
Bob Galvin,
Gavin?
I'm not to my
Oh,
house.
can you go down and get?
It's already being recorded.
It's already recorded?
Yeah.
You tell.
Because it's WRPS's, and it automatically records.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, well, I'll start recording.
Yeah.
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 Okay, everybody, welcome to the Board of Health, June 17th, 2025 meeting. Today is June 17th, 2025. Please be advised that this meeting is being broadcast and recorded by WRPS on Zoom. For potential playback, to by WRPS. In attendance is myself, Chairman Stevens, and member Michelle Kennedy. First up on the agenda is trash abatements under June 2025. Has everyone had a chance to?
There's just two of us there, so, yeah.
Is there anything that you saw?
Nope,
There, I'll entertain a motion to approve. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second. All those in favor? That's.
the April 22nd meeting. You still didn't send me like a formal, I only have that email of your February, yeah. Just remember.
This kid?
Oh,
This the fucking kid right here?
wait,
You gotta
excuse
wait,
me,
you gotta wait, you gotta wait.
oh, you
Oh, well,
can't,
you shouldn't have called me up here.
gotta wait.
You got a big ass mouth, bro. I'm gonna
Wait,
set it for you. I'll be here.
Whatever.
Just wait,
I'm sorry.
one in.
I'll be sorry.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
so-
you need to leave the meeting now. I'm sorry. But I don't know who you are or what's going on.
Oh, don't worry, you'll know.
I'll know.
Yep.
Okay,
What does that mean exactly?
We'll continue the meeting right now.
Yeah, well, okay, well, I don't think, so I think I need you to leave. Please.
You scared? Go to church.
Okay.
A big ass mouth, bro. I'm gonna set it for you.
You wanna know what that is?
That's my husband. Yes, he has an issue with what you opened on the podcast about me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, well, that wasn't.
it wasn't appropriate for you to put things on your podcast about me being a crook and a cheater and what else? That wasn't very appropriate. So,
Well, for him to say that, he said out loud, I got out loud.
yeah. No, you know what? Let's finish the meeting and we'll see what happens after.
What does that mean?
Let's finish the meeting and see what happens after. That's what that means.
Okay, so he's just gonna come in here and make.
he's not gonna,
threats
no, he's not,
at board members?
no, he's not.
Do that. I know it's not you, but
No
I'm
one's
just
standing
saying.
here, so let's finish the meeting.
Anyways, up next is the meeting minutes. I think we can only approve one of them.
April 22nd. So you had requested that I revise the minutes. I had sent it to you with the revisions.
I think I'm gonna wait.
For what?
for board member one. Just because I don't want, I mean, we can only approve one of them. right?
That's it, well, we can just add it, it'll be one less thing off of another meeting. So if Michelle, if you agree with the minutes, you agreed with them last week, the last in May, you just needed me to revise them.
Yeah,
And I did it, I sent it to you, and you said they looked good. So if you want to, just get it off the agenda.
I think I'll just wait.
Okay.
and then- Okay, I will table that. Next up is tobacco violations, MJDJ Enterprise LLC, 399 Webster Street.
So that's otherwise known as VP Gas Station. On May 14th, 2025, at about 4:38, I sent in my compliance officer to purchase a tobacco product. She ordered a pack of Marlboro Red, they were sold to her, it was $14. And the clerk was the mail. And there's other descriptions, but they're not here to appeal it. But the thing that I wanted to bring up is their first violation was May 26, 2022. So it's within the 36 months, double checking that, Michelle.
May 26, 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May 2025. Yeah.
Right within the window.
So
Yeah.
with the Rockland regulations for 12 months, but with the state law, in case the second violation of the period is 36 months, the first violation should be fined 2,000 and then impose a suspension, sorry. So the second suspension you have in your regulations is 3 days.
And a fine.
Yes,
Yeah, because
they
it
already
took
set the fine for 2,000.
Did they pay the fine or
Not
did they
yet.
try to
They
appeal it?
haven't even responded.
Is there a certain window that they have to?
Yeah, they've already passed their
Yeah.
appeal
So
process,
there's no,
so there's no more appeal. They have, I think, 10 more days for
To pay it.
the pay, if that.
Did you send that certified?
Yes, I did.
Oh, they received it.
I forget, if they don't pay in the amount of time that we give them, do we? I remember we had talked about this, can we tack on money after that? Or no?
I would have to ask town council.
Yeah, that's.
I've got them involved already because I had the appeal and when the fine was supposed to come. Because typically, people pay their fines right away,
Right,
even before we have the hearing. So I reached out to town council and he informed me of the appeal's over, but he still has a little bit of time left to
is
pay
there a
it.
certain period of time that they have to pay it?
Yes, he hasn't met that yet, so I'm still
It's 3
waiting.
more days. Sometimes they wait to the very last day to pay it. But
So we're not voting on how long, because we've already
We are.
voted for 3 days.
in your regulations for second violation, it's the 3-day suspension. So since this is, he's not here to appeal it, you guys can
to the automatic 3 days, can we do additional or do we have to stay within the guidelines of 3 days?
well, Rockland regulations say 3, Massachusetts says you can do it longer, the law.
So we
But
have
you
to go
wanna
by
be-
what we
You have
have
to
in
be- you
our,
wanna
we
be
have to be
consistent.
with what we have for everybody else.
For second offenses, we got mobile for 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Then
it's
it's
a
okay.
minimum of 3 days, right? But we could go to 5.
Yeah. Actually, so.
Well, I
I
would go to
wouldn't do it. I
7
wouldn't
if
go
we
for
haven't
that.
done 7 for
Yeah.
everybody else, but
I
if
agree.
if we did mobile for 5 days.
Yeah.
For a second offense within that certain time frame, then I think we should do the same thing.
I agree,
Absolutely.
just so it's fair across the board,
Yeah,
and then.
I would entertain a date in July, like
Yes.
mid-July. Fourth of July is not gonna hurt him.
no,
It's
it's
people
very
they-
slow over there
Yeah.
anyways. I didn't even know that they were still open, honestly. So anytime in July works for me.
Yeah, anytime.
How about Wednesday, the 16th?
Yeah.
To Sunday, the 20th. Right?
Wednesday, the 16th.
So you guys are saying
Seven
don't
sixteen
do,
to 7:20.
so you're saying don't do the week of July 4th?
I mean,
Yes.
most people go away anyways, so I don't think that.
And we
that's
need
good
time to
for that,
notify him.
Yeah,
And if he decides to appeal it to the court, it gives him time, so.
right, okay.
And
So
in
if
this
he appeals it
case-
to the court, we have to. The fine's still 6, but we have to suspend these days, right? Like, we can't do the days that we put on file if he appeals it to the
It's
court,
correct,
right?
yeah,
Okay,
it forbids it.
Okay, is there a motion?
yeah, I make a motion to do it for the 5 days. from-
Would it be the 15th to the 20th? Or is it the 16th?
It will be 5 days.
Yeah, so when he opens up on the 16th,
Wednesday.
16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th.
Okay, so it is the 16th.
Yep.
To the 20th.
Yes.
Okay. So I entertain a motion to suspend from this 7/16 to 7/20 for the sale of tobacco
To a person under the age of 21.
or to anybody, right?
Oh,
It's just
yeah, I'm sorry,
for-
yeah.
Oh, I'm like, what, anybody, right?
You're correct.
Yeah, no, for under 21.
For everyone.
Yes, second that, all those,
Aye.
is there anything else on the agenda?
Sorry, I thought I was in the wrong music.
Living with these on.
Yeah. This social,
Okay, that's it for tobacco violation, MJ Enterprises. Is there anything else?
no, there's nothing else on the agenda.
Okay, old business. Just
Can I sign
announcements.
these?
God, I got nothing, I know that we've been just cutting along, vouchers are available right now. We're taking new registrations for the fiscal year 26 access to the recycling center. Just wanna remind everybody that there is no stickers, it's just access, we do have a license plate reader. That we got up a grant.
I was just up there not too long ago.
So that is, that and the vouchers, again, they're $25, but you have to have your bill paid in full. Also, extra trash totes went out. I'm just asking people to pay those separately and not on their trash bill.
Question, I do have a question, because now that schools are all the camps open, so that's this hockey camp, but like the Rockland camps and stuff
They
like that,
don't
they don't fall
fall
under this.
under this,
Okay.
no, because they're under the education.
Okay, so the only ones that would fall under us would be this hockey one?
Yep, that's the only one. Cause of what happened back in like 2021, the whole camp and the state came in and said all these places that says they're camps, they're using the language
As
to,
camp, I remember, yeah,
Remember?
like
Yeah.
the gymnastics
right,
spaces,
and they
yeah,
did that all year round.
okay,
The dance, they did it all year round. This hockey camp is the only one, and it, he's amazing.
so I just.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember doing this last year, I just was double checking that. They don't need any, because they don't serve food, right?
Food, the camps.
Yeah. So all the kids bring their own food, so they don't need anybody serve safe or anything like that.
No, thank you. That makes me hungry.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I feel that too, sometimes with me.
Everything that you want.
She made fun of me today, because I wanted to eat. Thank you for chicken. August, okay. So Chairman, do you want to make a motion not to have a meeting in July? Get that over with now?
I don't know if we're allowed to know. Oh, wait,
Yes.
well, yeah, it's 2/3, yeah, 2/3 a
Yeah.
year. Yeah, if. Michelle, look at it.
Yeah.
If we need 2/3.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep, and we have it.
Okay, so on this one, Deli, right?
Mhm.
This one says it's still needing the fire department.
They already
quarry
signed off.
story.
All signed up. We don't get to keep the quarries and stories at all because.
Oh, so it's, okay,
Yeah,
okay, I see it says done right there, okay. Yeah, alright, thank you.
Oh, but it's not on
These
the
ones
agenda.
get,
doesn't have to be on the agenda. That
These
these
are-
items unanticipated by the chairman.
Yeah, but those are to be discussed, not voted.
Yes, it can be, we
we're not
can't-
voting on these are,
no, we're talking about a
We're
meeting
talking
in
about-
July.
oh,
Skipping a meeting in
I
July.
thought you were talking about those.
Yeah, it's just complicated because if it's
Well,
not
if
on
it's
there-
not, if I reach out to town council and figure out that it's not, I'll let you know, we'll hold a meeting. So, but I won't be able to attend. She's got vacation, it's like all over the place. And especially after today, I would make any accommodations possible. My heart kind of sunk, right? And I know this one wasn't a big meeting, but I have to take time out of my busy day to prepare meetings for board members. And then you were going to cancel it. And that really hurt, right? Because all my hard work keeps getting delayed, just like these minutes keeps getting delayed. So if we can have a meeting for July, because I won't be able to have anything ready for you to hold a July meeting. I'm not gonna have the abatements ready, I'm not gonna have any minutes ready. I'm not going to be able to have anything done for the meeting for July,
Okay,
all right?
that's okay, it's just. It might just, even if we were to do an opening and closing,
Yeah,
I
and
can do
again,
that.
you're the chairman, but in years, 4 years, we've done that and we've never gotten in trouble. And I know you're a stickler for the charter, but you also have to remember too that participation isn't just meetings. It's coming in to sign things, seeing if we need everything. So for 2 weeks, Leisure Woods went out without able to use their pool. You know, so there are certain things that require you to be more available, all right? And I try to give you my information. So instead, and trying not to hold a meeting without a third member would be great. That's not a family member. That's all I ask.
okay, but in terms of July,
In terms of July,
if it was on here. I would
well-
have no problem just doing it, 'cause that it gives
We-
us meetings, we're allowed to do it,
we've done
but
it
it's not
before.
on the agenda,
Okay, that's fine. You can hold a meeting in July. I just won't be able to go.
that's fine.
All right, so you
I mean,
and your
unless we
mother
would literally have to
can
hold,
pick your own date.
unless we were to literally hold another June meeting to not meet in July.
I can't, I'm not available.
I'm leaving tomorrow night for.
Sorry,
Well, yeah.
I know. That's why it's important for like, I sent out all this agenda information at the end of May because I knew how busy my June would be.
Well, I didn't
I
know
wish that you-
it wasn't my idea to not
It is,
hold
So,
July.
so the charter,
Yeah.
from what I've heard from several selectmen, is the charter is just kind of like, you don't have to follow it to the T, it's more there
Like a
to
guideline.
be a guidance or a guideline. It's nothing that you have to follow to the T, and I've heard that from several selectmen, past and present.
Well, the charters are extensions of state law, so it's like, if something's in a charter. And it says, there's sometimes that I've seen with the shall, the word shall. That maybe that's like either a guideline or a recommendation or requirement.
I just
that
think it's
person-
kind of funny that you're doing that, but in the last selectmen's meeting that I watched on TV, when they didn't recognize you at the end and they, you were off and you weren't supposed to be on, they were closing there. You had an issue and you wanted to keep on talking. And that wasn't on the agenda. That wasn't on their agenda.
Yeah, but that's not a vote, that's a discussion. And just like I said here,
Well, it was a poor
things
discussion
to
that you
be
had against me.
discussed, questions to be discussed, not voted on by the chair. That's still in line with the discussion, not a vote.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna talk about that subcommittee, and I appreciate you using kind of words, because when I speak about you, I don't say anything negative.
And I didn't say
Right.
anything negative that night.
Okay, but then again, on your podcast, you speak negatively about me several times.
Myself as well, and
Okay.
I have a lawsuit, coming to you too for that.
Okay. That's,
I
you
just-
can do that, that's the forum for that, but what isn't the forum to have that discussion is to have somebody come in and make threats
Listen,
at other
my
board
husband's
members.
not happy with you, period.
That's fine, he doesn't have to be.
If I went on a
He can
podcast and
express
said
it.
stuff to you, your husband, boyfriend, or whatever may have an issue as well.
He might,
He
but
might.
you know what? One, they don't exist. Two, if they did exist, they wouldn't have come in and made threats. In fact, I could have even recognized him if he wanted. But to come in the way that he did, that was just
Listen, he was
not
upset,
okay.
it is what it is.
Well, that's not.
Well, then you do what you need to do, as I will do what I need to do.
Okay,
I'm,
sounds good.
and I'm just going to ask that when you're on your podcast, just make sure that you don't treat the Board of Health like it's nothing.
Well,
Because you
basically
read from it,
saying,
I don't.
basically,
You do.
no, you do, basically
joke for
saying,
you.
yeah, and the vote's always gonna be 2-1, well, yeah, because you violate your open meeting laws with your mother all the time,
No, I don't.
so then why will the vote always be 2-1?
When did I say that?
On the podcast, we have it printed out.
Okay, well, then you can print that out. I'm not.
Oh, it's
sure
printed
exactly-
already.
I'm not sure exactly what context you're talking about.
It was a context that you said the vote will always be 2-1,
You laugh.
no matter what. Then you also referred to having a sugar daddy fund the internship
No, no.
program.
I requested if there were any sugar daddies out there that could pay for it as a joke.
It's Board of Health is
But
really.
that's a
we're not
really bad
professional.
taste of being the chairman, that's a very bad taste.
According to who?
According to everybody that listened and saw the printout of that podcast.
Well, that's.
As the chairman, you shouldn't be
This is a
talking about the
great-
people on your board.
Right.
Great, beautiful country,
Exactly.
where in this country you have that ability to have that opinion. So if that's your opinion, then it's your opinion.
I
Is there
just-
anything else?
No, I
Who
just-
else wants to tap in?
No one, I just wanna make sure that, I respect you out in the world, right? So I say kind things about you when I was questioned about you applying for the social recycling. I said, I believe he was a landscaper at one point. I know that he always has, like, I never speak negatively about you.
Yeah,
I
and the two
don't-
things that I brought up about you were that you weren't going to be able to finish the full term.
I
And
love
that-
finishing the full term.
Well,
And you have no right
Not
to
as
speak
a-
about my retirement, none,
okay,
zero.
well, I could,
You couldn't,
but
you shouldn't, and my vacation time either.
what do you mean?
You were not to, you shouldn't have brought up my vacation time approval or my retirement. That's not
Courtney brought that up,
the place for that. You brought up my retirement.
but Courtney brought up your holiday. She said she's not able to be here.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yes, but
So
you put
she
on
brought it
the
up.
agenda. What I'm saying is going back, you have no right to put that kind of item on the agenda is to request my vacation days.
you do,
Well, town council says no.
okay, I didn't hear that from town council,
I did.
but I'm pretty sure that it's still, you work under the board.
Mhm.
So you submit those carryovers to the board, that's my understanding.
Okay.
Well, the charter went through, so the board really only votes on whatever's on here now, everything
Well,
else
No, the charter hasn't
is
gone
pretty
through.
much gonna,
Hasn't gone
like
through.
Deli's replacement won't go through us, Deli's replacement's gonna go through
Well, no, that
different
would,
channels.
that would only be if
No,
Specific charter.
Deli's replacement won't be going through the Board of Health,
it will be.
It
And
won't be.
it will not be.
It will be, and that's if, even if he, even if It's
Once the
not,
charter's changed, you will not be able to.
oh, right, once the
Yes,
charter is changed.
So you won't be able to
But
change
it
it.
still has to go through the legislature, it still has to be
Okay.
signed by the governor, and
Okay.
even then, it has to be voted on by the town in a town election. So all of those 3 steps have to be met before it does.
It
The
will.
only
Yeah.
step that's been met is that it very closely went through town meeting. So,
Yeah, and they told us 10 to 12 months would be.
We'll just
Yeah.
wait for that, but
To
I'm not
12 months.
retiring, so
but that's,
please stop saying that to people.
12 months would be.
so then why didn't you tell town council that you could?
I didn't tell town council that. Who told you that?
Town council did,
Oh, we did? Which one? Which firm?
I don't remember,
Okay.
but. I'm
Did
pretty sure-
did they tell you in an email?
No,
It was on the phone.
I think so.
And what was the context that you were speaking with town council about my retirement?
I don't remember. But that's what I heard, is that you were telling people that you were retiring in December, so. That's what I was under the impression of.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm good.
I have so many things to say them all and say them.
Well. You get it off your chest now.
No, it's
I don't
not
have
the
anything to
problem.
say.
This
Just
isn't the
kidding. I don't have
place
anything
for
to say.
that at all. We should, this
I
is,
agree,
yeah,
especially for whatever that was. That was ridiculous.
I'm
But
not aware.
not aware. Of what just happened.
Yeah,
Anything else, anyone?
no,
Alright, so is there a motion to adjourn?
Adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I have my glasses on.